Good morning. I'm Steve Daniel, a member of the vestry, and like John said, I want to talk about stewardship, the church, and kind of personal story, what's important to me. Doesn't mean it's important to you. Anyway, stewardship. How have we approached it, being my family? A number of years ago, we really took a look at what we were giving to the church and said, that didn't really mirror how important we feel the church is to us and how important God's work is. So we embraced tithing and proportionate giving. Said, okay, that means we're going to give more. How do we do that? Well, we didn't immediately go from, going at 20 miles an hour to 150 miles an hour. We said, okay, we want to change. We said, we want to get to here, and we're back here, and just made a plan to do it in a number of years. And that was very liberating because we no longer have the conflict of, in the money we give to the church, we're not where we want to be. So that's very liberating. The other thing is, and we set out some material showing the various ministries in the church. And the question is, to me, what of those ministries are the most important? They are all important. They're things we do. The two or three that really probably are the most important would be the outreach. That's God's work in the community, and that's very important to me. And I kind of have I didn't tell this at 8 o'clock, but an aha story on outreach. Years ago, when I was in my 30s, so that was a number of years ago, we still support the Kenmore Family Shelter. And I participated in the Christmas shopping trip. And at that point, being in my 30s and somewhat full of myself, I had a very definite impression of what people who were in a shelter, who needed the help of a shelter, what they were like. Boy, was I wrong. I had a moment of, but for the grace of God, there go I. So these, that was very powerful to me. The other ministries that I care about quite a bit are pastoral care. And as I said, that doesn't mean that John and I have these intense counseling sessions, but this is a very welcoming place. And during the week, sometimes the outside world can absolutely beat the stuffing out of you. And sometimes, you come back on a Friday and you're looking at the work week and you go, I don't even know why they paid me this week. Things did not go real well. This community, this faith community, is a very welcoming and refreshing place. And that is very important to me. And another interesting, this comes out of a conversation we had after the 8 o'clock service. If you noticed, we sent out kind of what the ministries cost, and cost us, I think we said, after we allocate things, $11,000 to do acolytes. It's amazing how many people down after 8 o'clock, one of their early connections to the church begin because they were acolytes or their kids were acolytes. I was an acolyte probably starting when I was 11 years old. I happened to, after I'd been going here a few years, mention that to somebody, and they made me head of acolytes for about 5 years. But it was very rewarding. I started to give to the church and participate in a ministry that way. So the last thing is, how do I view my financial commitment to the church? It's a gift. When I give money to Snohomish PUD, I expect that I go turn on a light switch and the lights will come on. When I give money to my retirement account, I expect it's going to grow. It hasn't really worked out as much as I thought. When I give money to the church, it's a gift. There are no rules attached to that. I'm giving money to God to do His work in the world. And if you can't trust God with your money, who can you trust? So, thank you.